Is there anyone else out there in their 40s like me who feels kind of invisible? Like, I'm not as cute as I was in my 20s and 30s. I'm definitely not as fit as I was in my 20s and 30s. I don't have as much hair as I used to have. It's literally falling off like the top of my head. Oh!
You do become a little more invisible the older you get as a woman, unfortunately. I don't get asked out on a lot of dates. I never get asked out on dates. I don't know if it's being 55 in Los Angeles or if it's just a strange town.
What is the biggest confidence killer for women over 50? Men over 50. They never look at you anymore.
When I was 55, I felt like I was starting to fade. I felt like I was starting to go invisible.
The only thing that humbles women is time. I know a lot of y'all out there, man, are in a position where y'all feel like, man, y'all ain't getting the options that y'all want, and that women just ain't feeling you, man. Let me give y'all a news flash. The same way you feel, it's the same way women will feel as time goes on. You see what I'm saying? As time go on, men get better. As time go on for women, they get worse, because you have to think about it. Women go through, life on easy mode. They get all the options they want. They get all the attention. And they have the pick of the litter. Women, I'm telling y'all right now, especially when they're in their prime, they have the choice to get married very quickly, but they choose not to do it. So y'all must understand that time humbles women, because as time goes on, most women don't work out. They don't take care of their health. And their beauty starts to decline, guys. When their beauty starts to decline, that's when the game is over. Understand that, man. The wall, they call it the wall. The older and older women get, the more boyfriends and boyfriends they go through. They start to realize the good men that they pushed off. They start to realize that instead of partying and, just going through man after man all those years, they should have really settled down with a husband. Women start to realize this very quickly. When they start getting around like 27 to 30 and 30 and up, they start to realize that, bro. So understand, right now you might not be winning, but in due time, guys, you will start to win. It takes time, but women aren't going to be humble in their prime years from 18 to, 25, 26, sometimes 27. It just depends on that beauty, and the rate is declining it. But time is the only thing, guys, that is going to humble them. And then you have to think about it. In time, they've been done tracked up a whole bunch of baby daddies. They've been done tracked up a whole bunch of debt. It's just a lot of things that will just naturally happen to women, because women, they live life very carelessly. So you will see it, man. Time will humble them. Just be patient, King.
I have seen videos on the internet for years about how men treat women differently if the woman is deemed to be ugly by societal standards, or if the woman is aging. And I feel like I'm in this weird phase because I am in my 40s, I'm getting older, and I am noticing that men are treating me differently.
Well, men are just treating you the same. Men are just treating you the same as we treat everybody else. You're just not getting the priority that you used to get when you were young and attractive. By the way, if you are over the age of 40 as a lady and you're still looking for male validation and male attention, you have absolutely lost the narrative. By that point, you should already have the male validation that you want, and it should be from one man, and that should be your husband. When you was getting all that male validation, why didn't you ever think that it was important that maybe I should lock somebody down so that as I get a little bit older and I'm getting less male attention, I don't expect to still get the benefits of being 24? Because that's just not how the game goes. At 40 years old, you're valued based on how you take care of your family, not your beauty. You're supposed to be valued by one man or multiple men, whether it be your husband, your sons, your nephews, how you keep your family intact, scheduling family reunions. What happened to the women that are bringing home the dish? Right? You have these family reunions or these family events, and the aunt, she'd leave the bar early on Thursday and go, tomorrow, the family's linking up, and I got to make the dish. It could be a mac and cheese. It could be the collard greens. But she prides herself on making the dish. We're losing recipes, and these are the things that keep families bounded together. And now you see a lot of these women who are at the ages where they're supposed to be keeping their families intact, and they're on Instagram or TikTok complaining that they're not getting the same attention that they were getting when they were 22. What did you think was going to happen? It's silly. And really, you're just getting treated like normal. You're getting the regular treatment that every man has gotten throughout their entire lives. It's that simple. When you were valued for your beauty, you should have been trying to lock down a man, and you forego that to try to get more male validation. And now that the grass is not green on the other side, you don't get the male validation that you were sacrificing everything for, and you still don't got a man. That's tough.
They don't want to hold the door open for me as much because, I don't know, I'm not as cute as I used to be. I'm not as hot as I used to be. I'm not quite sure. Men can answer that question for you because I'm not a man. I wouldn't know. But I am starting to notice.
Well, I think that has something to do with the death of chivalry. Because even me as a man, I'm still opening the door for older women. And I'll actually go out of my way to do those types of things for older women. Especially, and older women tend to be more appreciative of those types of things. It got to the point where women our age, they just wouldn't even say thank you anymore. I even say thank you when a guy opens the door or holds the door open for me, but it got to the point where some ladies wouldn't even say thank you. So I think that just happens to do with the chivalry thing and the times changing a little bit. I don't need to be thanked for doing small gestures of respect or chivalry like that, so it doesn't bother me if I'm not thanked. But there have been a lot of women over the past decade that said that they don't want those things to happen anymore. They're equal to men, and they want to be treated as such. So what she's saying right there could just be a difference in the times.
That men are starting to treat me differently, and it's so weird and like humbling. Also, from like a former hot girl, if you want to say, MILF, if you want to say, I feel like once I hit like 70 or like 80 and I'm like old and feeble, maybe men will start to treat me better again, in the sense that they will hold doors for me because I'll be old and feeble. I don't know. I am just noticing that. I didn't think that was true when I had seen the videos several years back because I was younger then and I didn't look as old as I do now. And now I know why women start to get Botox. Women start to get treatments, laser treatments, and chemical pills.
You can't fight Father Tom. Sorry. You can't fight Father Tom. It'll just start to make you look worse.
And all of the things. And I am starting to think that I might fall down that slippery slope of getting treatments and stuff. Because
desperation.
Not only just like the sense that I'm getting treated differently by men, and it's humbling to have to go through that experience, but also just for the simple fact is I'm looking in the mirror and some days I'm happy with how I look and other days I'm not, and I know it's a privilege.
See, the only reason you're not is because you're just so desperate for more male attention. Get a man and it'll be fine. Aging is fine. There's beauty in aging. You start to value things outside of your vanity. You prioritize other things in life outside of your vanity. There's a beauty in that. You look at some of these ladies, Vivica A. Fox, she got a BBL, a butt surgery at 56 years old. You got Halle Berry, who used to be in Monsters Ball, super attractive woman, was, in my time, called one of the most attractive women out. Had literal songs after her. And she's out here doing full frontals at the Met Gala, literally showing up with her box out. The less clothes a woman wears, the more desperate she is for attention. And the more these cosmetic surgeries a woman gets, the more desperate she is for attention. Learn a lesson from these ladies. Lock in a man if when you have the time to, because the desperation sets in, and it doesn't matter if you're Halle Berry or if you're just a regular woman at the house. Time is unforgiving.
To get older and to age and to still be alive and still have my health. I can still work. My mental faculties are about me. Like, I get that all of that's a privilege, but I can't stop like looking in the mirror, and some days I'm just not happy with how I look because I'm aging.
If you are a man, time is your benefit. You put $200 a month into mutual funds, in 40 years you're going to be a millionaire. Time is your benefit. You understand how fast time goes by. Just in an instant, you went from 20s into your 30s, from your 30s into your 40s. Use the speed of time in order to benefit you. You put $200 into mutual funds for the next 40 years, you'll be a millionaire in 40 years. You put $400 into it every month, in 20 years, you'll be a millionaire. You can do the math from there. Use time to your benefit. And for the love, if you can stay in any shape, if you can remotely stay in shape, there are more men in America that are millionaires than have six packs. And I'm not even saying that you got to have all the way six pack. If you're in your 30s and you can stay in shape as a man, time is your friend. If you put your money into the right places, time is your friend. We're already within the first quarter of 2025 is done. The first quarter is already gone. What have you done with that time? Did you put money into places where throughout that time is going to continue to make you more money? Mutual funds, stocks, whatever it may be. At least trying something. As time goes by, the desperation for ladies set in a little bit more. And if you're a man and you take care of yourself, you take care of your finances, and you utilize time as a benefit and as an asset that it can be, especially to a man who applies himself, you're going to see more benefit from it. So remain patient, guys, and time's coming. The storm is definitely coming. And time is your friend if you're a man. Time is your friend. So treat it that way. With your money, with your physique, with your longevity, with your job. Treat time as your friend, and I'm telling you, y'all gonna be best friends. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a W or an L, and give me the HBO special. That's our brother out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.